everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel. So I just want to give a quick disclaimer before I start this video because this video is extremely chaotic. I started filming this literally 11 months ago, and I had my library in a completely different room, and it was like my old office, and then I decided to move all of my stuff to a new room. So this entire video starts off with me changing up my old room to be my dream library, and then in the middle of me doing that and getting my new bookcases and stuff, I realized that I just didn't want my library in there. I wanted my library here in my master bedroom, so I moved everything in here instead. So the video does start out like 11 months ago, me being in a completely different room, and then I broke my foot and I couldn't walk for 4 or 5 months, and then I started redoing it all again. Because in the video of me like moving the bookcases in this room, you can see me limping a little bit because I was still recovering. I do have to say, I'm absolutely loving this room and I think it came out pretty good, but this video may be all over the place and chaotic. I don't even know what I was doing in this video, honestly. So just know that it was filmed 11 months ago and I really didn't know what I was doing. But let's go ahead and get started. I am doing a complete, well, not complete, but I am going to be decorating and transforming my library space here in my office. So I've kind of been putting off this room a bit just because I knew everything was going to get pretty expensive, but I was able to save some money and get some new bookshelves and get my reading chair for this room. And I am just so excited. I can't even wait. It is currently 7:30 at night and I'm going to maybe try to build at least one bookshelf. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm so impatient, so I wanted to go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna do a little haul first. This video may be kind of long, but I'm gonna do a haul first. I'm gonna show you what the room looks like, and then we are just going to start building the bookcases and building the chair, and we're just gonna start decorating the room. So I've got some Amazon packages here with some decor. So what I'm going for in this room, since my gaming stuff in here is pink, like a pink chair, pink keyboard, all of that stuff, I wanted to keep a pink theme in here, but I also wanted to have mainly green decor in my entire house. So I decided to go ahead and go for like a pink and green aesthetic here in the library. I like pink and green together is very bold, but I looked at a lot of like Pinterest boards of pink and green together, and I think it just looks so stunning. So I'm really hoping it comes out the way that I'm imagining it will. Then we're gonna kind of have like a cottagecore look on this side of the room. And then this like corner of my room is going to be like a lot of gaming stuff and everything. That's gonna be the background of my Twitch streams. And then this side is going to be like a little reading fantasy area. So Mochi is being really obnoxious and he's just staring at me while I talk for some reason. Are you okay? Why are you staring at me? What? What? I don't know what his problem is. So the first package here are these big mushroom lanterns. They're shaped like lanterns. I'm not actually gonna put a light in them, but people use them for like garden weddings and stuff like that, and they hang from the ceiling. So I just felt like these would be really cute in here, maybe hanging by the bookshelves or hanging in the other corner. I'm not too sure yet, but I think it'll look really, really cute. And then I also got this pack of these vintage cottagecore looking pictures to hang on the wall. I'm gonna kind of scatter the pictures like all around the walls in the corner over here. So when I take a picture of my chair, you can see these pretty paintings and cards and everything. Then I got my curtains for this big window in here because I realized that it would probably look really like bare and open just seeing the window blinds. So I got the same brand as the other curtains that I have in my entire house, but I got them in pink, like this very, very light pink instead of white, to kind of go for the aesthetic that I want to go for. The lighting in here is really bad right now because it's nighttime, I'm sorry, but it is a very light pink, which you'll see when it's daytime. And then I got a big pack of fake vines to hang from the bookshelves, to hang from the corners of the room. I have been using these in every room of my house. I personally just really like the fake vine look. And then lastly, out of my little packages, I got some LED lights to go around the entire room. I am looking into getting lights to put on the bookshelves as well, like I did before, but I don't know if I'm gonna be getting more bookshelves. Depending on how these new IKEA ones fit in this space right here, I may be needing to buy one more small IKEA bookshelf to fill out this entire wall, so I'm waiting until I know that before I buy lights for the shelves. but I wanted to buy this to put on the ceiling, and it's the same brand as the ones that I have downstairs, so I can hook all of my lights together in the entire house. And I have my curtain rod right here. And then I have a Billy bookcase right here. So this is the big Billy bookcase, the same ones as these bookcases that I have right here. So these are the large Billy bookcases. And then I got one of these smaller Billy bookcases in white as well. This is what we're kind of looking at right now. So these black bookshelves are going to go. We're gonna have another Billy bookcase right here and then a small Billy, and then I'll probably get another small Billy, and then the whole wall will be filled with the big matching bookcases, which is what I want. I cannot stand having the bookcases not be the same size and look the same. I can't do it. And then I have my rug already here. So in this lighting, the flowers kind of look more of like a brownish tan, but the flowers are actually light pink, so the curtains are going to match the rug. And then the chair that I bought is going to go in this area right here. So here is one of the boxes of the chairs, and then the other boxes in the hallway, and I got this beautiful green swivel chair, and I think it's going to look so good. I'm gonna take all this K-pop stuff off the wall, and the K-pop stuff is gonna move over there, and then I'm gonna put all of those cute like pictures and hang the mushrooms and vines and everything from this corner, so when I take a picture of my chair you can see that bookcase and all of the prettiness in the background of that. So my first step of this entire transformation is obviously I have to build the bookcases. So I'm going to build the small Billy bookcase first, and then I'm gonna build the big one. I'm hoping that I can do all of that tonight, and then we'll see if I'll have time to build the chair. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Hey guys, apologies for the way that I look. It's been like 3 weeks since I've started this room. Currently going through it, broke my foot. Yeah, I still have a lot of stuff that I need to do for this room. I bought another Billy bookshelf to put into this corner here so we finish up this wall. And then I have this lamp right here that I bought for my either side table or this little bookshelf that I have beside my chair, because I need like a little reading lamp. And I saw this one on Amazon and I felt like it would fit the magic of this corner very easily. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. We're gonna hook it up. A lot bigger than I thought it would be. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So it's stained glass. Here's the top of it. It's like a pink petal. And then it also comes with the bulb. Here is the base. So it looks like a flower stem here. And you just plug it into the wall. Here is the top of it. So it's pink stained glass, as you can see. Sorry for the weird angle, but I put it together. So now I have to decide whether I want it up here or if I want it on the side table here. It does look really pretty up there, but I do worry about it getting knocked over. Alright guys, it's literally been 7-8 months, I don't know, since I started like filming this video. This video is chaotic. I'm not gonna be done with this room anytime soon, and I keep having people asking me like every single day to post a bookshelf tour building video. So here it is behind me, as you can see. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I started in another room, and then I quickly realized that I wanted all of my bookshelves to be equal, same height, everything, same size. So I went ahead and got all of the Billy bookcases from IKEA. They're extremely affordable. They're a lot more expensive than they used to be, but they're still very affordable for the quality that you're getting. I get them shipped to my house just because I don't want to drive to Atlanta to get some. But IKEA normally does ship to most people's houses. I don't know if they don't at yours, but yeah, they're called the Billy bookcases. I got the large size and I got the skinnier sizes, and then you can also get extensions that go all the way up to the ceiling if you wanted to get another row. That may be something that I do in the future, but I have a cat who absolutely loves destroying my stuffed animals. So I have to put all of my stuffed animals up high so my cat doesn't take off with them. So that's why all of the stuffed animals are up there. I feel like it kind of makes it look a little less pretty, but I love my stuffed animals and I want them to be safe and away from the cat. So yeah, it's a little bit tackier having them up there, but it works. I'll put a link for a majority of the items that you're seeing in this video down below on my Amazon storefront. I have an entire part of my Amazon storefront that is designated for my office/library area. So a lot of the things like the rug and the chair and all of that stuff you'll see on my Amazon storefront if you guys are interested. But yeah, that like little lamp that I built and everything, that's on there. I have the lamp in my bedroom now instead of in here because this lamp puts off more light and I'm in this room a lot, so I like to have a brighter lamp. The flower lamp is really good for like a bedside table to read like right beside you, but to have in a room this big, it was just not, it just didn't work very well. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour. It's not gonna be an in-depth tour, it's just going to be a general tour of what this side of the room looks like. I want a more in-depth tour where I go over like the books and the ideas and talk about my favorite books. Feel free to comment down below. I just prefer book tours that are just more like a general sense. So this is the master bedroom of my house. I made this my library slash office art room because I don't really spend that much time in my bedroom. I made my bedroom the smallest bedroom in the house just because I'm only in there to sleep and I don't really do much else. So I figured I'd use my master bedroom to create a dream library. I'm actually very, very happy with it. I just feel like it does look very beautiful. It's not my dream library, but it's very, very close for what I have in this house until I'm not living here anymore because I don't own this house. So I don't know how long it'll stay like this, but I wanted to record it nonetheless. Here's the door. And then I had to leave a little gap because my thermostat is literally right here and also my light switches are right here. So I had to stop it right here in order to be able to use the thermostat. So the rug and the chair are both from Amazon. The chair is honestly a perfect reading chair. Like I need to sit in it to show you guys like how comfortable it is for like a human to sit on here. And also my little animals like to sit on here with me as well as she bites me. With all of the pillows on it, it's still like very cozy to just sit back and read with a blanket. But when you remove these like little side pillows, you have even more space. And I also fit in it with my boyfriend. So if you're two like smaller people, you could fit two people on here to like cuddle and watch a movie or something like that. It's really comfortable. It swivels. You can see it swivels. And this part down here is an ottoman and it just has a bunch of garbage in it right now. I have like bookmarks and stuff in there. I need to clean that out and kind of reorganize that better. But this opens up as storage, which I think is really great. And then this blanket is just an Edgar Allan Poe blanket that I got from an Owl Crate box. And I thought it was fitting for this room, so I just put that on here. Like I said, I am not done with this room. The reason I have been putting off filming is because I was gonna hang up my projector and my PlayStation right here, higher up on the wall to project onto the other side so I could also watch shows and stuff while I'm in here. But my dad has to do that and we just haven't had time to do it. So eventually there's going to be some type of like shelving unit right here so I can watch TV on the wall, but that'll happen eventually. This is the rug. I love this rug. You guys love this rug. I get compliments on it all the time. It's stunning, it's beautiful, it's perfect, but it's not stunning, beautiful, and perfect when you have 2 dogs and 3 cats. So pretty much every other day I'm using like a horse brush to scrape the hair off of the rug, and I vacuum the rug multiple times a week and it is still constantly full of hair and it looks disgusting half the time. So I wouldn't recommend it if you have a lot of animals, especially if you have long-haired animals like I do. It was just not smart of me to do this rug, but I do love it nonetheless. I think it's beautiful. All right, then starting over here, I had this Herbology print that I got. So I hung it up there. It's like a canvas type material, so I just kind of like pinned it into the wall. And then down here, like I said, I have my little lamp. If you watch my reading vlogs, this lamp is pretty much turned on 24/7. I literally like never turn this thing off. I love it. It puts such a nice comfy glow into the room. I also have this Himalayan salt lamp right here. I know it's toxic to cats. My cats don't mess with it at all. It also doesn't even light up anymore. I probably should get like, I don't know how you can get better bulbs for a Himalayan salt lamp, but. And then a wireless charger for my Kindle. I don't really use it that often, but it came with my Kindle when I bought it, so I just keep it right there. Then right here, I have these turned over to the side because they look like little books, and I think that's really cute. But these are the Once Upon a Book Club subscription boxes that I still need to do and read, but they take a lot of time to film. So I have them like sitting over here for right now. All right, now we're gonna get started with the actual shelves itself. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty general tour, but I'll kind of give you guys an idea of why I did the things that I did. Okay, so let's do it. So like I said, up here we have my stuffed animals, Pikachus, Care Bears, light sticks, K-pop light sticks, stuff like that. These two shelves right here are all of my contemporary slash romance books. It's a mix of YA and adult. I don't have too many romance because I normally read romance on my Kindle. And then I have my Totally Hair Barbie that I restored a couple months ago. Then on this shelf, I have more of my dark romances on here, and honestly, they're kind of random. I only have 2 dark romances on here actually, because I read dark romances mainly on my Kindle. This shelf eventually will probably just be a romance shelf, but I don't have enough romance books to fill the space. So I have this like decoration, this little like Totoro thing that I built, some Studio Ghibli stuff. Ghibli, I don't know how to say it. I get corrected no matter how I say it. This shelf right here is my graphic novel shelf. So Heartstopper, Lore Olympus. I also have some Neil Gaiman books. Basically, these 2 shelves right here are like my graphic novels and middle grade books, or books that I read as a kid. So I have my Nancy Drew collection down here, some American Girl books, and literally just middle grade books down there. Goosebumps, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, stuff that I read as a kid. And then down here is just some boxes, which will probably go away eventually once I get more books, but I just use it as storage for right now. All right, going over to the skinny shelf, I have K-pop albums here. Then going up, I have some manga. So this shelf is darker themed manga, like Junji Ito, Vampire Knight, kind of just like spookier themes. Then I have my Death Note shelf. I haven't got all of the black editions of Death Note yet. Then going one up, I have my cutesy little kawaii shelf. So I just have like these cute little figurines that my grandma gave me. They're like cute little vintage figurines, Precious Moment, bells and stuff like that. These are my just brightly colored manga. Orange is not bright in any capacity, so I wouldn't even say that these are like fluffier manga, but got some Sailor Moons, Dream and Sun, Orange, that fun stuff. And then going one up, I also have some manga. So those are romance. All right, then we're going to the next shelf. These are all of my Cassandra Clare books. Pretty self-explanatory, got a lot of Cassandra Clare books. These next 2 shelves are all paranormal romance. This is my favorite genre. There might be some other genres mixed in there, but I'm pretty sure I organized it the best I could by paranormal romance. So if you don't know what paranormal romance is, it's like vampires, werewolves, fallen angels, any type of supernatural creature with some romance in it. That's pretty much what paranormal romance is. So if you want any book recs, this whole shelf. I only keep the books that I like, so I like all of these books. Then down here, these shelves are slowly growing because I started reading thrillers and horrors more this past year. But we've got thrillers, and then it turns into horror, and then it turns into Stephen King, and then this entire shelf down here is all Stephen King. Then up here, we start with some of my favorite books of all time. So this is my Hush Hush shelf. This is one of the books that just started my love for reading as a preteen. So I have a couple different editions of Hush Hush. The one that is facing outwards is one that I painted myself. So there's those. Then this next shelf, we have the Fallen series by Lauren Kate and A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. Then we have some more paranormal romance, my Kelly Craig collection, the Sweet Evil series, which is a personal fave of mine with my little Halloween squishmallow. This shelf is kind of my shelf of misfits. They aren't really books that I care too much about, but they're books that I like enough to keep. So I have a signed edition of Twilight that I found at the thrift store that I have facing outwards. And then I have some like random books over here, and then some vampire books. I didn't really know what to do with those. This shelf is kind of chaotic. It'll probably change in the future. Down here I have all my Vampire Diaries books. So all of my Vampire Diaries collection is right there. And then down here on this bottom shelf, which is not really relevant, is some dystopian books or sci-fi. I don't read dystopian or sci-fi very often, so I kind of threw those down there because it's just not a genre that I read very often. All right, up here I have a Marauders map and a Harry Potter thing. I'm not as into Harry Potter as I was when I was younger. Unfortunately, J.K. Rowling kind of ruined the whole series for me, but I bought all of these books and received all of these Harry Potter items before J.K. Rowling came out being a total bigot, so please keep that in mind. I don't buy any Harry Potter stuff brand new anymore, or hardly ever really, but I do love Harry Potter. But so up here is starting with my fantasy books. I recently started reading fantasy this past year, and it's now one of my new favorite genres, so I'm slowly growing my fantasy collection. So up here, I've got some Game of Thrones, The Witcher, ACOTAR, Caraval, Throne of Glass, couple books up there. Like I said, this is my Harry Potter shelf, so I have the like UK editions of Harry Potter, which I found used on Mercari, and they're so beautiful. I have a random Nightmare Before Christmas book there, some random bookmarks, illustrated editions, some I found at like thrift stores. All of this is pretty chaotic, but I just love the way it looks. And I think it looks very pretty, so I love that shelf, honestly. Next, we're getting into, I guess this is all mainly YA fantasy. I don't know if this is considered fantasy. I literally haven't even read this series, and I've had this sitting on my bookshelf since I was literally like 14, but I need to read the Lunar Chronicles eventually. Got some other fantasy, Folk of the Air, one of my favorite new book series of all time. My collector's edition, a couple editions of The Stolen Heir, and then of course we have Fourth Wing, my signed edition of Fourth Wing, and then Iron Flame, which I just recently got, and I just think those look beautiful there. This next shelf is also pretty chaotic, but it's still around. It's kind of paranormal romance, I guess, if you consider mermaids paranormal, but I consider mermaids more of like a fantasy. So these are all my Amanda Hawking books. Amanda Hawking was a huge author back when I was a preteen, and I still love her books. So these are all like fairy books, more fae. These are her mermaid books. All of these books right here are mermaid books because I love mermaids. This is an adult like siren book. More mermaids, more fae, and then we get into the Greek mythology, which is a very small section because I would really like to get into more Greek mythology, but it is a little overwhelming to me sometimes. So I have some of the Percy Jackson books right there. And then this next shelf is also pretty chaotic. Doesn't really have too much of a theme. I have my gaming books on the right, and then my entire True Blood collection on the left. All of the True Blood books that I have were gifted to me, and I love True Blood. It's one of my favorite TV shows. It's just, honestly, I love it so much. But I probably won't ever read the books, but I also don't want to get rid of the books. So they're kind of just sitting there, and also my dogs chewed up this coffee. Also, when my dogs were puppies, they completely chewed up this copy of Dead Until Dark. And since they chewed it up, I never even finished the book because I was so depressed about the fact that they completely destroyed the book. So I've just been stuck on chapter 5. But I do have to say, when I was reading this at the same time of watching the TV show, the screenwriting of the show is very, very, very similar to the book, and I really enjoy that. So, and then down on the last shelf, once again, I'm just using it as storage. All right, that was absolutely exhausting to film, so that's probably why I've been putting it off for so long. I hope you guys enjoyed my tour. Like I said, if you want a more in-depth tour where I talk about more of my books or something, I can do that. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.